family blamed me for something I didn't do again. I swear, I could find a cure for cancer, and my family would still find a way to make it my fault. My name's Rachel, I'm 29, and I've spent my entire life being the family's scapegoat. You know the one, every family has that one person they just decide is the problem. The black sheep, the screw-up, the liar, that's me. And this time, they accused me of stealing from my own sister. I didn't even find out directly. I walked into my mom's house for Sunday dinner, like I do every couple of weeks, and the vibe was off. You know that weird silence people do when they've been talking about you and you walk into the room? Yeah, it was that kind of quiet. My sister Megan barely looked at me. My mom gave me one of those fake, tight-lipped smiles. My brother Josh actually got up and left the room, so I said, "All right, who died?" And my mom goes, "You tell us." I laughed because I genuinely thought she was joking. But then Megan stood up, arms crossed, and said, "Did you think I wouldn't notice? You seriously thought I wouldn't find out?" I had no clue what the hell she was talking about. I said, "Find out what, Megan? That you're dramatic as hell." And she goes, "My bracelet, the gold one, the one from Grandma. It's gone." Still confused, I said, "Okay, and what does that have to do with me?" And then she said it. "You were the last one in my room before it disappeared. Don't play dumb." I just froze. Because yes, I had been in her room a week ago. She'd asked me to help her rearrange her closet. We were laughing, trying on old dresses, doing a mini fashion show. It was a rare moment of closeness between us. And now she was accusing me of stealing from her. I told her flat out, "I didn't take anything from your room. I helped you organize your crap for 3 hours and then I left." But she just shook her head and said, "It's gone. I know you took it." And here's where it got worse. My mom backed her up. She said, "Rachel, you have a history of taking things." I said, "Excuse me, what history? When have I ever stolen anything?" She brought up something from when I was 11. 11. Apparently, I borrowed a pair of Megan's earrings before a school dance and forgot to return them. That was the big theft history they were leaning on. I felt like I was losing my mind. I said, "You're seriously calling me a thief over something that happened when I was a kid? Are you hearing yourselves?" Josh came back into the room at that point and said, "Look, just give the bracelet back and let's move on." Like it was that simple. Like I had it in my damn pocket. I looked around and realized something. They had already decided I was guilty before I even walked in. No one asked me. No one gave me a chance. They just assumed. And that's when it hit me, they always have. They've always painted me as the one who causes trouble, the one who ruins things. Growing up, Megan could literally scream in my face, shove me, break my stuff, and I'd get blamed for starting drama. Josh could sneak out, lie about where he was, and somehow I'd be grounded for not setting a good example. It never mattered what I actually did. It only mattered what they believed about me. So yeah, I snapped. I stood up and said, "You know what? I'm done. I'm not gonna sit here and defend myself for something I didn't do. Again, you want to believe I'm a thief? Fine. I hope you find your damn bracelet and choke on your guilt." Then I walked out, and they didn't stop me. Not one of them said, "Wait, maybe we're wrong." Not even a half-hearted, "Let's talk about this." I cried in the car the whole way home. Not just because of the accusation, but because I realized I keep showing up for people who wouldn't do the same for me. I keep hoping they'll see me differently, that they'll finally trust me, love me the way I've tried so hard to earn. And they never do. A few days passed. I didn't hear from any of them. Then Megan texted me, no apology, no explanation, just, "Hey, found the bracelet. It was stuck in the lining of my gym bag. Guess it fell in." That was it. Like no big deal, no, "I'm sorry I accused you of stealing." No, "Wow, we really treated you like crap. Just found it." Like that undoes everything. I stared at that message for a long time. Then I replied, "Good to know. Don't worry, I won't be coming around anymore to lose anything else." She heart reacted to the message like it was a joke. It wasn't. That was 2 months ago. I haven't been back since. And no one's reached out, not really. My mom sent a "hope you're doing okay" text that felt more like obligation than love. Josh hasn't said a word. Megan posts her usual filtered selfies with captions like, "Family over everything," and I have to resist the urge to scream. Because what even is family when they treat you like this? I think that's the part that's messed me up the most. Not the accusation. Not even the fact that they were wrong. But how easy it was for them to move on like nothing happened. Like they didn't just look me in the face and call me a liar, a thief, a disappointment. Like they didn't cut me open with their words and then just shrug when they realized they were wrong. And the worst part, this wasn't the first time. It's just the most recent example in a long, exhausting pattern. When I was 16, my cousin accused me of sneaking out and smoking at a family wedding. I wasn't even there when it supposedly happened. I was at the hotel getting ready with my aunt. But that didn't stop my dad from grounding me for 2 weeks and making me write a letter of apology to the whole family. I remember sitting on my bed, crying while writing that letter, thinking, they know I didn't do it. They just want me to be the one to blame. I always thought, once I was an adult, it would stop. I thought maybe if I worked hard enough, if I got my own apartment, paid my own bills, stayed out of trouble, they'd start to see me differently. But it doesn't matter how much I change if they never change the way they see me. That bracelet accusation, that was the moment I stopped trying. I stopped showing up, stopped explaining myself, stopped bending over backwards to fix relationships they kept breaking. And something really strange happened after that. I felt peace, like real peace. It hurt at first, I won't lie. It's still painful when holidays roll around and I'm not invited. When I see Instagram photos of the whole family at dinner and I'm not there. But the thing is, I used to be there, and I was still alone. Now, I'm alone on my own terms. And slowly, I've started building something better. I've got a few friends who actually see me, people I can talk to without being second-guessed or side-eyed. I started journaling again, something I used to love but stopped doing because I was always afraid someone in my family would find it and twist my words. And I'm in therapy, finally. That's been helping me unpack years of guilt that never belonged to me. A couple weeks ago, Megan texted me again. This time she said, "Hey, haven't heard from you. Are we good?" I just stared at that message and thought, we were never good. You just never noticed. I didn't respond, because I don't owe anyone closure when they never offered me respect. And I know there are people out there who will say, but they're your family. Yeah, well, family should mean more than blood. Family should mean safe. It should mean seen. It should mean when you're accused of something, anyone steps up and says, hold on, that doesn't sound like her. But that never happened for me. And honestly, I'm done trying to earn love that should have been given freely. I'm sharing this now, not because I want sympathy, but because I know someone out there is stuck in the same cycle, trying so hard to prove they're not who their family says they are. Let me say this to you directly. You are not the villain in your own story just because someone else keeps writing you that way. You are allowed to walk away. You are allowed to outgrow people, even if they share your DNA. And if you ever find yourself asking, why do I always have to be the one to apologize? That's your sign. You don't. A few months later, Megan posted a long, dramatic caption about how hard it is when siblings drift apart. She wrote, "Some people change and not always for the better." She never tagged me, but I knew it was about me. And for the first time in my life, I didn't feel the need to defend myself, because maybe I have changed. I don't bend anymore, I don't beg anymore, and I don't show up for people who won't show up for me. So yeah, maybe I'm the villain in their version of the story, but in mine, I'm finally free. If this story hit close to home, you're not alone. Sometimes walking away from family is the only way to find peace. If you want to hear more raw, honest stories like this, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Your story matters, and around here we listen.